Isn't it, for Northampton?
Yeah, I think you've seen today. The first half, lots of pleasing things. Second half, I think we look like a team that haven't got that winning habit. But you start it by your first win. And second half, we had to dig in. Still had a couple of chances. Second half as well, which could have put the game to bed. Pleased for Caleb. I thought he had a very, very good impact. Took his goal very well and looked a threat. But I've got to say, first half I thought Harry Smith and Rosie up front causing them problems. Great movement and timing of runs up from Ryan Watson and Sam Hoskins. So we looked an attacking threat as well. Trying to get that blend of mixing it up when to be a possession team and when we're an attacking team and getting the numbers right in both instances.
We don't want to dwell on last season, but it's a well-known fact you dropped leads.
That's not dwelling, we got promoted.
You got promotion, but I'm talking about one particular aspect of last season. Where in a few games you lost 2-goal leads. This season you're holding on to 1-goal leads, you're holding on to winning positions. That must please you enormously. That's what I was dwelling on.
Oh, right, sorry.
Do me a favour.
Yeah. No, I'll take it on. 2-0 is always a difficult lead, but I'll take 2-0 rather than chasing 2-0 every time. And again, it's having that calmness, having that belief, having that understanding, that game understanding. Because you don't want to sit back, you don't want to invite pressure, but then, like I say, you don't want to go gun-ho and leave yourself exposed. Again, but some of the fundamentals, again, we could have been and need to do better defending our box. Again, I'd arguably say that they put a lot of balls into our box today, and we didn't sort ourselves out shape-wise, individually-wise, in taking responsibility of getting a man out of it, whereby we had to change the shape and change the personnel. But again, within it, we still looked an attacking threat.
And Nicky Adams, just a word about him. He was taken off, but he did play his 600th professional game today. That's a wonderful record, isn't it?
Yeah, fantastic. It's a good milestone for the lad, and it shows the professionalism for any professional to get to that milestone is very pleasing, especially with the massive injury that he had when he was up at Carlisle, because that would have probably took about 50 or 60 games off of him as well. I like his hunger, I like his desire, I like his honesty, and I like his willingness to be in and around the group when things are going well, but also when we're going through difficult times. He's an excellent character to have, right, because he's a positive, but he's a realist as well, and he understands, and he's brave enough to say when things aren't right individually, collectively, hey, point the finger, and you need a changing room lad, and you need generals in the change room lad, and sometimes a general hasn't got to be 6'3", 15, 16 stone. Sometimes it can be a chirpy little winger that's got a point and got something to say. And again, as you can imagine, Nicky's always got something to say.
Yeah, he's a talkative chap. He's a lovely fellow, Nicky. Just going back to the second half, you said that the Coppers need to get this winning habit because they've been short of wins of late. But a few nerves around when you were defending that lead in the second half?
Yeah, from the players, yeah, obviously, because we know what's at stake. It's an opportunity to gain 3 points for the football club, and that's no matter what happens when the opposition score a goal at 2-1. They get the impetus. I think we had it when we were chasing a 2-0 deficit against Cheltenham, and I think, and I kept on saying, a 2-0 lead is never going to be enough to guarantee you an easy game or a victory. And I think, again, it's true, whether you're chasing that 2-0 or you're holding on to that 2-0. The pleasing thing is Caleb came in, great finish from the lad, good understanding, good composure, and struck the ball not as cleanly as what he would have liked to, but that's Caleb. He's got a little bit of magic. He's still got a lot of learning to do, to be, and this is not a criticism, but to be a team player, which means out of possession, be in position, understanding your role. And again, but fair play to the lad. He's learning, he's developing, he's listening, and he's taking on board information, which is what you want from the young developing players at the football club. Yeah, not been getting the game time on a regular basis. I think there's other young lads, Morgan Roberts. Again, another player. He's doing a lot of work on the training ground, and he will get his opportunities. And again, we don't because we train at the stadium, we train at the ground. We don't get enough time because we're mindful of the pitch. We're mindful of the the individual characteristics that the players need as well, their signature moves that they move. And we were out yesterday doing a little bit of finishing with Caleb, Ricky, and Morgan as well. And it's that time spent. It's excellent when you see those young players that want to stay out with you and do the extra work, and then when they get the opportunity to get into the first team, get on the pitch, they don't forget what you've been working on, putting the ball in the back of the net.
We had John Brady on the Cobbler Show on Thursday singing Caleb's praises. You've talked about his potential as well. You say he's got a lot to learn, but there's an awful lot of potential there, isn't it, from that young man?
Yeah, but the thing is, he wants to learn. I think he was in a place where he was the best player in the youth team, and when you are the best player in the youth team, you can sometimes, it's like learning to drive. If you learn to drive before you pass your test, you can pick up bad habits. And I think because Caleb was one of the better players in the youth team, he wasn't being extended, he wasn't being stretched. But now with the club being progressive, going up a division, now when he's joining the first team group, we need to see that him expressing himself with the ball, but gaining that understanding out of possession, because we need every man, every outfield player has got a job when we're out of possession, and it comes more naturally to some players than others, but probably Caleb being a forward-thinking player, it's not as natural. Give him a ball to chase when he might get a goal at the end of it. The lad finds a yard. We need to find that yard going the other way when he's got to go and fill a hole, he's got to go and track a runner, because they're all part and parcel of it. And when Caleb understands that and it becomes second nature, a very good player.
Just a word about the build-up to the goal that Caleb scored. The referee played advantage, and it was a really good advantage because it was clearly a foul. It should have been a free kick to Northampton. So you've had a go at a few referees in recent weeks. Bit of praise maybe for Mr. Smith today, who played the advantage, I thought, quite well today on a number of occasions.
Yeah, I thought he did well. I thought he managed the game very well. I don't think I think there was a few tackles which to be expected, but again, I think he stayed calm. I think. And I've got to say this, his fitness levels, he was in the right place at the right time to make the right decisions. And some of the referees that we've had in previous weeks, this is a professional game. And you look at the strength and conditioning work that some of the referees might have been doing or not doing, needs to get topped up. And I'm sure the fitter you are, you've got more opportunity to be in the right place at the right time to make the right decisions. So a little bit more fitness work for some of them, and then the decisions will come.